Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What is going on?
You tell me. 8 fucking hours of somebody in fucking Texas on fucking day and ignore me after you haven't fucking talked to me. Had me fucking shit for 2 weeks. Well, you spend 8 hours with some fucking buddy, supposedly a fucking girl, for 8 fucking hours. You tell me how I'm not supposed to be pissed off about that. How I'm supposed to be thinking that's fucking normal. That shit ain't fucking normal.
What?
That's fucking bullshit. Tell me the truth about this fucking person in Texas.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm fucking talking about. You spend 8 fucking hours with somebody in Texas, and you spend 20 minutes on the phone with me today. Who the fuck is this person in Texas? Don't fucking tell me Texas, girl, because it's obvious. What the fuck are you going to talk about for 8 hours with some girl in Texas? Who the fuck is this person in Texas?
Lorne, why are you...
You know you told me full of shit.
Lorne, why are you yelling at me like this?
Because you spent 8 hours on the fucking phone today with somebody. And it wasn't fucking me. There's something fucked up about that shit, and you know it. And you know that now I fucking know it.
Why are you...
fucking honesty. I want you to tell me the truth. Who the fuck is this person? There ain't nobody that's gonna fucking talk. If they're not their boyfriend and girlfriend, they're not gonna talk for 8 hours on the fucking phone.
Lorne, what are you talking about?
I want to know who the fuck is this person in Texas. Who the fuck is this person in Texas been all along?
She's a friend of mine.
8 fucking hours? Are you fucking kidding me? You haven't even spent the fucking 8 hours with me for the last 2 fucking weeks. I tell you on a mission, you born your fucking day. You spend 8 hours on the phone with somebody in Texas. What do you not see something wrong with that?
Lord, first of all...
I did that fucking shit to you.
Lord, first of all, it was not 2 weeks that we haven't talked. And second of all...
Where did you go on vacation? On Saturday.
On
Saturday was the last
vacation?
day that me and you talked. A week ago, last Friday.
So it hasn't been...
We didn't fucking talk the whole time you were gone. But you text this person in Texas, but you couldn't fucking text your boyfriend. And we talked for 4 hours on Friday, last fucking Friday. Didn't have each other all weekend except a couple little fucking texts. And today you spend all fucking day on the phone with somebody in Texas. Tell me how much sense that makes to you.
That I talked to somebody who works with me who lives in Texas?
For 8 hours?
First of all, she and I...
fucking spend 8 hours with your boyfriend the last 2 fucking weeks. I was with this fucking person in Texas that's so much more important than your boyfriend, but you're spending fucking 8 hours on the fucking phone with him. You don't see something wrong with that?
Lorne.
You don't think I'm going to see something wrong with that? Especially when I tell you I miss you, and you you avoid me, and you spend 8 hours with this person? That's fucking shit.
How did I avoid you?
Really? I asked you if you're going to call me again. It was at fucking 1:30. You never even answered that fucking question. Completely avoided it. So obviously you wanted to spend the last 3 hours of the day on the phone with this person in Texas. Because that my question got avoided. But that fucking person in Texas didn't get avoided. Who the fuck is it?
Lorne, you also know I have to work.
You have to work? Oh, yeah, you have to have that fucking person on the phone with you in Texas, though, didn't you? Who the fuck is it?
A friend of mine.
Bullshit. You spend fucking 8 hours. You never spend fucking 8 hours on the phone with her. Quote unquote her. From what you told me.
She had a lot to say. She's a friend of mine.
Over 2 fucking weeks. Yeah, you texted with her when you were on vacation.
Lorne, it's not
time that you and I spent since you went on vacation.
Lorne,
You
it's
didn't
not
have to fucking say so. I can't fucking listen to you all day because I haven't talked to my boyfriend in almost 2 weeks. And you spent some time with my boyfriend. That fucking 8 hours on the phone with fucking somebody from Texas was much more important.
Lorne.
Even when your boyfriend tells you that he misses you.
Lorne, a friend of mine had a crisis, and I talked to her today.
For 8 hours.
I don't even know.
Fucking hours. You don't see something wrong with that? You don't think that I'm going to think something's wrong with that?
So it's a problem that I talked to a friend of mine?
For 8 hours? A few hours I can understand. But fucking 8 hours? When your boyfriend's telling you that he misses you and is trying to fucking talk to you,
Lorne.
and when he sends you a message at 1:30 and says, are you going to call me again today? And you don't even answer that, and you're not fucking getting done work till 4:30, it's obvious that you wanted to spend the last 3 hours a day on the phone with this person. And yeah, that's fucked up to me. There ain't no reason that you shouldn't think it's fucked up. Because that is fucked up.
I wanted to talk to a friend of mine.
You wanted to talk to a friend of yours, but you didn't want to talk to your boyfriend.
A
Who is
friend?
this fucking person in Texas? Is it a girl or is it a guy?
I have told you numerous times that this is a girl.
You told me about. What two fucking girls, unless the girlfriend, I guess spend fucking 8 hours on the goddamn phone. Well, especially when one of them knows that the boyfriend misses them because they haven't talked to her for fucking God knows how long. Almost 2 fucking weeks.
Lord, it has not
And he's
been.
out there fucking telling her out straight that he misses her. Trying to fucking talk to her.
Lord,
She
it
didn't
has.
say what she had to say in 3 hours. She had to have 8 fucking hours. Do you see that? Something wrong with that?
I really don't.
Really?
I
She
really
couldn't say
don't.
what she had to say in 3 hours and get the feedback. It took 8 hours for her to talk.
Lord, she had a lot to say.
Fucking 8 hours worth. That's all right. Your boyfriend got 20 minutes of your time. How fucking special. Especially when he hadn't had you for the last 2 fucking weeks of hardly shit.
You know I was away.
That was she that too.
Okay, and she and I didn't
So
talk.
obviously, a lot more important to spend time with her than it is with me.
Lord, first of all, she and I didn't talk on the phone while I was away.
You and I didn't either.
That's because you
That's
decided.
you.
Lord, you and I
That's
didn't
with
talk.
this person from Texas. I never even got a fucking high and having a good time.
Lord, you and I didn't talk on the phone while I was away because you decided to get drunk the night before.
Yeah, and I was an asshole, but I didn't do that, and I didn't say hi. Just thought I'd let you know I'm having a good time. And yeah, I always had my eye on my phone, hoping for a fucking text when you were saying something.
Lord, you got drunk and acted the way that you did the night before I went away, and so I decided that I was going to spend that vacation time and not deal with it.
Okay, so you get back, you spend 4 hours with me on Friday, we get a couple of texts over the weekend, but you spend 8 hours with this person on fucking Monday, when you know your boyfriend's telling you that he misses you and trying to get some time with you, but nope, this fucking person from Texas gets 8 fucking hours. Your boyfriend gets 20 minutes. That's fucking great. You don't see anything wrong with that.
No, because I had a friend who needed me, and I was there.
Yeah, well, you had a boyfriend that fucking needed you too.
And
the friend came before me.
You didn't have a crisis, and I talk to you all the time.
8 fucking hours worth of fucking help. Yeah.
I talk to you all the time on the phone, all the time.
It's obvious you wanted to talk to this person from Texas more than you did me because When I asked you if you were going to call me again at 1:30, you never even answered, but you spent the last 3 fucking hours of the day on the phone with this person from Texas.
I don't know why you keep saying this person from Texas. I talk about her all the time. You're acting as if you didn't know that, like, you're acting as if you don't know who they are.
I was fine with it right up till you spent fucking 8 hours with her and avoided me.
Maureen, there was a day that I spent 8 hours on the phone with you, and then I spent 2 hours on the phone with her, and you yelled at me because I spent 2 hours on the phone with her, and I didn't.
And I get out of that. But when it's fucking 8 hours, when your boyfriend's trying to spend time with you, and all you had to do is say, listen, my boyfriend is trying to spend time with me. He hasn't had much time with me for the last 2 weeks, and he wants to spend some time with me. So I have to cut this short off at 3 or 4 hours of us talking so that I can spend some time with my boyfriend. Obviously, your boyfriend wasn't important enough. This person from Texas must have been a lot more important than I am.
First of all,
why did you miss me?
First of all, it's only 6 o'clock. Second of all, the day that I got back, I talked with you. Actually, it was not 4 hours. It's 5 hours. I have phone records. And thirdly...
trying to justify 8 hours of talking to this person.
Why should I have to justify anything?
Because your boyfriend is trying to fucking spend time with you, and he can avoid it.
I shouldn't have to justify having friends.
I didn't say anything about you having fucking friends. But Jesus Christ, when your boyfriend's trying to spend time with you, you can't tell her that your boyfriend's trying to spend time with you, and he'd like to have at least fucking 4 hours today. But no, your friend got to take up 8 hours. The boyfriend got to avoid it.
Lorne, so I'm, like, supposed to tell her that
you can't talk for 8 hours?
Or that I have to cut her short when she has an issue?
How long did it really take to get it? You cut her off at 8 hours? 4:30 you are talking to her.
I didn't cut her off at 8 hours because she called me back, but I was on the phone with someone else.
You're supposed to call me go out to 5, and would she call you back then too? 8 hours weren't enough, she wanted another hour? You don't see the fucking problem I'm having here?
No, I don't.
Unbelievable. Fucking believable.
Are you drunk right now?
I ain't touched alcohol all day. I haven't touched alcohol freaking the last time we talked.
Because you've sent me several text messages in a row, and normally this is how you ask me.
I'm fucking hurt and I'm pissed. I don't care about fucking 3 hours, 4 hours, fucking 8 hours. When I'm trying to fucking spend some time with you, you're fucking right I'm gonna be pissed off. I have every fucking right to be. I missed you, and I told you that out straight.
Well, you're controlling.
Yeah, bullshit.
You're controlling.
It's not controlling. It's called missing you and wanting to spend time with you and not liking being ignored because of some fucking friend in Texas wanting to spend 8 hours on the phone with you.
Lorne, you're controlling because...
Bullshit. Fucking controlling is this controlling bullshit with me. It's not controlling. It's mad because I haven't had any time with you, and I even told you out straight that I missed you. And I wanted time with you. But I got fucking avoided because some person in Texas.
Lorne, you are controlling. You're very controlling.
I'm mad because I wanted time with you because I haven't had shit for time with you in 2 weeks. But I wasn't important enough. Friend in Texas is more important.
The fact that you said that you're not drunk, but that yet I'm receiving messages constantly because and first of all, much of that time, I was in a meeting, so I don't know.
No, you was in a meeting from 4:30 to 5 o'clock.
No, my meeting did not end until after 5:45.
You told me after 5.
I said, after 5. Not at 5, not at 5:30, after 5.
After 5. It made me think your meeting was fucking 4:30 to 5 o'clock.
After 5. Not at 5, after 5. You are very controlling, Lorne.
That's bullshit. I'm not fucking controlling. You're spending 8 hours on the phone with somebody else and ignoring me. That's not controlling. It's being pissed off because you feel like you don't want to spend time with me at all. Like you don't want me, period.
Lorne, there have been days where I have spent, numerous days in a row where I've spent 8 and 10 hours on the phone with you.
Yeah, and fucking, I'm going through a fucking rough time. I haven't had you for almost 2 weeks. This girl from Texas, she has issues. I don't even get fucking how they're spoken to.
Lorne, you even had an issue.
That's how I feel.
Lorne, you even had an issue with me going to Niagara Falls with my brother. You said that you did. You said that you said that instead of going to Niagara Falls, I should be going to visit you. That's what you said.
That was just me wishful thinking that you swing around to see me.
Because quote, because in your terms, quote, your probation officer and your counselors are such bitches that they're giving you a hard time about me, and I should be going to see you instead of going to Niagara Falls, and my brother should want to be coming to see you or my brother should want to go to Maine. I told you that there's nothing in Maine that my brother's interested in, and you said that if I'm interested in you, then my brother should be interested in going to Maine. You're very selfish, Lorne.
Oh, of course I am. And you turn it around, so I'm a bad person.
I didn't use the word bad person, but you're extremely selfish.
I'm selfish because I want a little bit of time on my phone with my girlfriend after I haven't had it for a couple of weeks. After I haven't had hardly any of it for a couple of weeks.
You act like there's a Ramona famine, Lorne. You act like there's a Ramona famine or something. The fact is that you and I talked for several hours on Friday, the day that I got back, we talked. And before that, the most recent time we talked was the Friday before that. So it's not even a week and a half since I left.
And the last time you talked to this girl, person from Texas, when?
Earlier today. And the last time I talked to you was right now, and also earlier today.
Me earlier today, we were meeting for 20 minutes. Earlier today with Texas girl for 8 hours. Don't wonder how I'm going to be irritated about that, pissed off.
So.
I know you understand that.
I really don't.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, I know you don't understand it.
I do not understand why you are controlling and why you are possessive. I do not understand.
I'm not controlling.
This is controlling behavior, Lorne, and it's unhealthy. This is unhealthy.
It's not controlling behavior. It's mad because I tell you straight I miss you. I want to spend some time with you, and I get ignored.
Lorne, this is controlling and possessive behavior. You messaged me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 times in a row, Lorne. You messaged me.
Why would you avoid me? After I asked you that question, why would you avoid me?
Lorne, I had to work today. Today was my first long day back, and I had to work, as well as I spoke with a friend who was having a crisis.
For 8 hours.
And no, I didn't.
See something wrong with that?
First of all, I never said that I talked to her for the full 8 hours. I also had to work.
Well, I called you at 1:30, and you said you were still on. When I texted you at 1:30, actually you were still on the phone with her. You were still on the phone with her.
Yes, I was still on the phone with her, and then we talked again.
Yeah.
You are so outrageously controlling, Lorne.
No, I am not.
And this behavior is unhealthy and toxic.
I am used to it being you and me. And when we're going around town without talking to each other, we always fucking talk to each other. As soon as we possibly can.
Lord.
No fucking sign anywhere of getting fucking drunk for 8 hours to talk to me friend from Texas.
Lorne.
For crisis, 8 hours to talk about.
Lorne, today was my first full day back from my vacation, and I needed to work as well as I talked to a friend who needed me. You are
You work when you and I talk.
Lorne, I had a lot of work to do. You are outrageously controlling, Lorne.
I talk for 8 hours to your friend, but it's all right out talk for any time at all with your boyfriend. Because you have work to do. You always get your work done with me. I mean, you come right out straight and tell me to shut up. But you didn't tell that to your friend.
First of all, I've never told you to shut up. And second of all, Lorne, this behavior is just really unhealthy. This is really toxic and unhealthy behavior. The fact of the matter is that you put yourself...
There's nothing unhealthy about me being mad because I miss you and I wanted you today, and somebody else took up all the time.
Lorne, you are so selfish that I can't even comprehend how selfish you are. You think about you first.
I'm not selfish because I want to spend time with my girlfriend. If that is selfish, because I want to spend time with my girlfriend after not having had any time over 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, then yeah, I'm selfish.
You are, Lorne.
I look forward to it all fucking weekend long.
I tell you, a friend of mine is having a crisis. You don't even care about that. You just care about the fact that it took up time and that you didn't get to talk to me. You are extremely selfish, Lorne.
It took 8 hours to talk about her crisis.
See, you have, in your mind, you have a time limit on how long somebody else's problem should take. You don't even know what the problem is, but you have a time constraint on how long somebody else's problem should take to talk to their friend about.
Well, I can avoid it. What do you expect me to say? You didn't fucking say anything to me.
No. It's not that you got to avoid it.
He is turning around on me. Fuck that bullshit. You ain't turning around on me. No way. Fucking think so. You didn't have... You didn't even tell me you fucking missed me today. I asked you if you missed me and you... No fucking answer.
Lorne, you did not ask me if I missed you. You didn't ask me that not one time.
I said, happy to see you missed me too.
Okay, that's not a question. That's
I didn't go back to anything fucking saying I did miss you too.
That's not a question. That's a statement that you made mixed in with all these other text messages. The only difference is that this time you didn't call me a bitch, a slut, a whore, or a piece of shit. Oh, and you've also called me an asshole numerous times when you're drunk, too. That's another thing.
Yeah, when I was drunk.
Yeah, this is...
I'm trying not to get drunk.
But as I was saying, you are very selfish. Because the fact that I can't have a day... Not only a day where I don't talk to you. Like, I mean, I can't do that. But the fact that...
you had my days where you didn't talk to me.
Yeah, and I had to demand that because you got drunk and you treated me like crap.
I'm not going to deny it. I'll never stop saying sorry for it either. I'm very sorry for it.
Yeah, you've said sorry, but Lorne, you've done this since we've met. I couldn't even have Christmas with my family. My mother and my Lorne, my mother.
When you and I are spending so much time on phone, who is this girl talking to? This girl from Texas. Who is she talking to?
As I was saying, Christmas, I couldn't even have Christmas with my family, which included my mom and my 96-year-old grandmother, without you constantly messaging me and calling me names and harassing me because I wouldn't go to the bathroom and talk to you. I never got a Merry Christmas. It was go to the fucking bathroom. You can go to the fucking bathroom now. Go to the bathroom and call me. You need to get away from them and call me. And I told you repeatedly that I could not, and please stop. And you continue to do that. You continue to harass me on Christmas because I couldn't get away from my family to go into the bathroom and call you. If that is not selfish, I don't know what is.
That was selfish. And I apologize for doing that too.
But yet you continue the behavior. but yet you continue the behavior, and you have gotten drunk consistently every week, at least one time a week, up until the time that you lost your job. And you even got drunk a couple times after that. And then you drove drunk. So, I mean, it's like, I mean, you are very selfish. You actually got behind the wheel of a car and drove drunk and risked people's lives, and then you were hoping that I would bitch you out about it, which I didn't, because I knew that that's how you are, and you're just that selfish.
I'm not going to say sorry to you today for missing you.
No, I didn't ask you to say sorry for missing me. I didn't ask you to say anything. But I am just becoming aware of just how very selfish you are.
I mean,
and it's disturbing.
When it comes to wanting time with you, after I haven't had time with you for almost 2 weeks, you're fucking right, I'm selfish about it.
It's not almost 2 weeks.
I look forward to it all fucking last week. I looked forward to it. I was surprised when you called me on Friday.
Lorne.
I didn't think I was going to hear from you till Monday.
Yeah,
and it didn't have very long on Friday. So I was looking so much forward to today.
Lorne, I spent 5 hours on the phone with you on Friday.
Well,
I spent.
The president got 8 hours today. I get 20 minutes.
First of all, she and I were not on.
You're right. I am selfish about it because I missed you.
Lorne.
I didn't get to talk to you for 9 days. I'm mad about it.
Lorne, first of all, she and I were not on the phone for 8 hours today. Second of all, I spent 5 hours on the phone with you Friday. You're acting like you haven't talked to me in weeks. Friday was just 2 days ago. And you did, and it's almost like you didn't miss me. You're obsessed with me.
No, I missed you.
No, Lorne, you didn't. Because if you did, this is not how you
obsessed. Don't start getting into this obsession crap.
But that's what it is, Lorne. I
miss you. I miss you because you're my best friend.
Okay, yeah, and this is how you treat your best friend. You call her a whore, a bitch, and a slut. You get drunk. You text her repeatedly.
I don't do that anymore.
Lorne, you haven't done it in a couple of weeks. In fact, but you did it the day before I left work.
Why do you keep bringing it up when you know the whole reason I used to do that?
Because what?
Because of the way everybody else screwing me.
Okay.
I'm scared about anybody screwing me.
Yeah, so...
Looking out for every little fucking thing that I shouldn't have to look out for in a person.
So you became an alcoholic to get back at them. That really worked.
No, that was me, my talk that all my stupid shit that I said.
And so
that was me being scared, being defensive, and protecting myself. Not knowing that I could trust you.
Lorne, I mean, these are all just excuses, and I've heard them over and over again. They're all just excuses. You are...
Well, they're the truth, so...
You are
in... over and over, but at least they're the truth. At least I'm not telling you something different.
You are in... Yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of crap. I mean, you are insanely selfish, and you are insanely possessive and controlling.
No, I'm not possessive and controlling.
You are.
I love you and I miss you.
This is not love,
Lorne. The shit that don't fucking look right.
Lorne, calling me a bitch and a whore when I don't call you back or when it's midnight and you're texting me over and over again is not love. Treating me like this because I put a friend first today who needed me is not love. This is not love, Lorne.
Well, you're right. It's being selfish. I'm selfish because I missed you and I wanted you.
Yeah, so you're being selfish and you're not being loving. This is not love.
Well, I'm sorry for being selfish.
I have experienced love before in relationships, and this is not it, Lorne.
Well, you've been lucky. You haven't been screwed to the point that I have.
Yeah, but Lorne, I also didn't go online and try to solicit sex from a minor. So, I mean, there's that.
Why would you bring that up? Why would you even say that?
Lorne, because you do things to...
That has nothing to do with relationships and what we're doing, saying right now.
Lorne, you do things to try to... You do things that cause your suffering. You do. And that's just one of them.
My card had nothing to do with what we're dealing with right now.
I'm not... No, but Lorne... I mean, you freaking... tied your dog to a treadmill and put him on
What the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about right now?
Because it's just another example of how selfish you are, Lorne.
No, I watched Caesar Milan. He did. When I watched him, he doesn't mind to do that. As long as you're right there with him. Roscoe got extra skin with me. When you see Roscoe in person, you'll see his extra skin, and you'll realize that I weren't choking Roscoe.
So putting your dog on a treadmill,
by himself without a leash. He's still doing the same thing. He's still raining.
Tying your dog to a treadmill is not selfish. That is.
Why are you going all over the place and off the topic that we're saying?
Because you keep making me think of things that you've done that are selfish, Lorne. Things that you've done that are selfish. Things that you've done that are abusive. You are an abusive and selfish person, Lorne.
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm far from selfish and far from abusive.
How far from selfish? How far from abusive? Because if there was a circle that said abusive, you would be in the bullseye. If there was a circle that said selfish, you would be on the bullseye. I don't see how repeated.
How is it not selfish for you to not let me know that you're dealing with a crisis with a friend and that you're trying to do all that? How is that not abusive or selfish? Why would you not let me know that instead of just avoiding me when I'm telling you all straight? I miss you. I'd like to spend some time with you.
So, my friend, first of all,
how is that not selfish and how is it not abusive?
First of all, the message that you got was, where is it? Or the message that you sent was, I miss you. Or you had said this day sucks. I said why? And you said I miss you and the weather sucks and I'm home right now. And you asked if I was still talking to her, and I said yes, I was still talking to her, and I was also doing my job. And then you said, what time will you be done work? I said around 5 p.m. I said I have a meeting at 4:30. I knew my meeting was going to go over.
That's what I thought your meeting was at 4:30.
Yeah, the meeting was at 4:30, but I knew it was going to go over into 5 o'clock. And so then you said, are you going to call again? I didn't respond because I was dealing with other things. And then immediately after that, you said, yes, that's a no. And then that's when this whole flood of text messages started from you. And went from then until...
Why would you not respond to that? Why would you just say, I don't know, I'm dealing with a crisis with a friend, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get her through it?
Because I didn't...
Why would it be so hard to text that?
Because I didn't get those messages for a while, and you would have kept going because you kept calling me. You kept calling me after I told you I was on the phone.
You couldn't do the same thing to her that you do to me. Hang on, I got to take this call real quick.
No, I'm not going to. No, when she's talking to me and she's having a crisis like she was, I'm not going to hang up on her. No. Not going to happen. And here's what's happening right now is that Lorne didn't come first in Ramona's life, and now Lorne has this huge issue with it. Lorne didn't come first today, so now Lorne has a problem.
They got the bus and did some more work about it home.
And see, and here's the other thing. The day that Lorne got drunk, just a week ago, when Lorne got drunk, Lorne was not coming first that day. Lorne wasn't coming first because Ramona was packing for her trip. And so Lorne gets drunk off of whiskey and sends all of these messages to Ramona, harassing her and calling her.
Lorne will always be sorry for that. Lorne didn't even...
Oh, okay, Lorne will always be sorry for that. But when Lorne isn't drunk and Ramona's telling him that she had something to deal with today, he's still acting.
Why do...
And you see nothing wrong with it.
I see everything wrong with what I've done when I was drunk.
Well, Lorne, it's not about when you were drunk. Like, okay, you got drunk one time. It's not like you got drunk one time.
I don't understand why it is a problem you to Even if she's having a crisis, just to say, can you hang on a minute so I can...
No, I was not going to make her hang on. No, I was not. A friend who's having a crisis, I'm not going to make them hang on a minute.
And there was no time in between there where you could say, hey, I'm dealing with a crisis with Texas, girl. I'll tell you I'm done, or something.
First of all, I was working. I was not checking my text messages. That's thing one. Thing two.
I don't see what the problem with that is.
That's because you're selfish, Lorne. That's because you are selfish.
Because I'm selfish. What's so selfish about wanting to get a message from you?
It's not about
what's going on so that I don't sit around and hope that you wait, or hope that you call.
It's not about... No. See, here's the thing. It's not about... it's not about...
Well, the reason I came back home was so that I could spend time with you on the phone out of the wind, where you wouldn't have a problem hearing me. You were having a problem hearing me up there. Like, you couldn't help it. It was a breeze.
Lorne, as I said, it's not a problem with you wanting a message from me, but the problem comes when I get harassed with all these messages from you, cursing me out because I haven't called you. That's where the problem is.
I'm sorry that I got scared and I got nervous and shit. Sometimes I can't help that shit.
But Lorne, I hear
you've never spent 8 hours on the phone with somebody before.
Lorne, I hear this all the time.
Yeah, and you're not going to hear it. Stop hearing it. I can tell you that it's going to stop. I can't guarantee it. I'm trying as hard as I can to get out of doing this shit. But I can't help it when I don't spend shit the time with you. And I miss you. I'm sorry. I can't tell you I'm going to get right out of that doing that shit.
Lorne, you have not changed one bit, and you are still controlling, and you won't even...
Yes, I have changed. I know I've changed. Whether you see it or not, I know I have.
Lorne, I've asked you numerous times, name one way in which you've changed. Just one way.
And I know. I can't name them. It's just that I know I am. I can see them.
Okay, so you can see them, but no one else can, I'm sure.
And I know you can see them, too.
No, Lorne,
I know you can see them, too.
Lorne,
you're just not thinking about them.
Lorne, I have asked you, just name one reason. If I could see it, I'd name it. Name just one reason, or just one way, rather. One way in which you've changed. Just one. Just one way.
When's the last time I called you a bitch or a slut or anything like that? When I was drunk, even.
Thank you, Lorne, for not calling me a bitch, a whore, or a slut in the past month.
I'm alone. I'm changing. I told you I can't. I'm not getting drunk anymore, but even when I get drunk, I don't tell you that. But I am changing.
So
it's because of you that I don't say that anymore.
So you get Boyfriend of the Year award because you haven't called me a bitch, slut, or whore in a month.
No. Oh, God. See, it doesn't matter what I say. I still wind up being a bad person.
Lorne, no, I have asked you seriously for one way in which you've changed. Just one way.
I love you and I trust you more than I've ever trusted anybody.
How is that tangible? Tell me something that I can see.
I didn't say I wasn't going to screw up now, man.
I didn't say that either, but tell me one thing that I can see that lets me know this guy has changed or this guy's changed. Just one way.
I don't show anybody myself naked.
We'll get to that later.
I cannot help it over the internet. It's not something that I can help.
So because because you haven't sent anyone nudies in a month.
I don't talk to anybody dirty. It's been more than a month.
That's because the quote bitch who is your probation officer, end quote, took your phone and your computer. That's why.
And it's a damn good thing today because it made me see what I was fucking missing by being on that stupid piece of shit.
Okay, and so because you don't have access to the internet anymore, Lorne, you couldn't even reject a woman in your comments who was hitting on you. You couldn't even ignore her. You couldn't even hit ignore with her. You had to have some kind of sexual talk with her and try and set up sex and send her all your nudies. And she could have said,
And all this other stuff has come up and made me realize more things.
Yeah, and she very well could have been underage. And the other thing, Lorne, and I'll get to this in a minute. The other thing is you have a video out there of you begging Ember, whatever the fuck her name is, for a video of her pussy. So I mean, there is a video of you begging her for that.
There's nothing I can do or say that's to make me look any better. Every time I find something, they'll shoot her right down anyway.
And Lorne, I have asked.
All I can tell you is I love you and I miss you. And yeah, I'm irritated about not having shit for time with you today.
Lorne, this is not love, though.
No,
and it's like.
I die for you. There ain't many people on the earth that I die for.
Okay, you got the odds of that even needing to ever happen are like astronomically below zero.
Yeah, well, you never know.
The odds of that are astronomically below zero.
At least you know that I'm willing to give up my life to save yours.
Okay, but Lorne, I mean, I don't see anything tangible. Like, I mean. You've told me that if I stay in this relationship, I'll get this great relationship and everything will be great. How is it great?
That is hard for you to do something that I asked for. But send me a message and tell me, this isn't the first time that I asked you for that.
Lorne.
But you don't send me, you still don't do it.
Lord, I messaged you.
Why would you not do it when you know it's going to make me feel better, so that I know I don't have to wait around. I know it's not some fucked up thing that I used to get from other people.
Lord.
Why would you not want to make me feel better?
Lord, it is not always about you. And when I was on the phone with a friend who had a crisis, I was not checking my phone every second to see if you were messaging me. I just wasn't. I was not checking my phone every second to see if you were messaging me. You apparently were messaging me, but I wasn't checking.
You saw a message when I asked you if you're going to call me again. You would send me a message right before I
didn't know. The answer is I didn't know. I did not know.
So you couldn't even... Do you see what I'm saying? You couldn't send me a message.
But then I say, and this has happened before, I say, I don't know, and then you say, oh, I guess Texas girl is more important than me.
Well, I was going to refrain from saying that.
No, yeah, you were going to refrain this time. Yeah, this time you were going to refrain from saying that when you have said it every single time.
Hey, you're shooting down everything I said to try to make me even look good.
Lorne, you're worried about trying to make you look good. I'm worried about why is this happening? How is this happening? This is insane. You've even yelled at me for being on the phone with my 96-year-old grandmother. I mean, come on, Lorne.
That might have been a long. Yeah, that was definitely a long time ago because that was when I fucking barely knew you.
Oh, so you barely knew. So you barely knew someone, and you yelled at them for being on the phone with their 96-year-old grandmother. That makes you look like a really good guy. And first of all, Lorne, it was not that long ago. And second of all, Lorne, you said, yeah, your grandmother's got a lot to say. Hang up the phone. That's what you said about a woman who's been on this planet for 9.5 decades. That's what you said. And you're telling me that that's not selfish? Are you really serious?
Well, that is not used to having somebody that's honest.
Yeah, you're not used to having somebody that's honest. Okay, yeah, that sounds nice and everything. And
what do you want me to say? You get somebody that I am used to having somebody that's honest? People have done to me?
I didn't ask about somebody who's honest. But I'm not used to having someone who admonishes me for getting on the phone with my nana.
That was a long time ago. So why would you bring that up now?
I'm bringing it up now.
Why are you bringing up everything I've done wrong in the past? Why are you bringing it up now?
Because these things are still happening, and things like this are still happening.
And it's still happening that you don't send me a message to let me know so that I don't wait around.
Lorne, I am not at my phone 24/7 when you message me?
You sent me a message that saying you asked me if you were going to call me back again.
And the answer was I didn't know. And I was not going to send that to you and have you go off on me, because you and I both know that you would have. I had one thing to deal with. I had work that I just started after being away, and I had those two things that occupied much of my day. My job and a friend who had a crisis. And you're angry because I didn't take time away from that friend who had a crisis and invested in you. You're angry because one day you didn't get all of my attention. That's what you're angry about.
So somewhere in between that time that you were talking to the Texas girl, couldn't have told her, let me hang up the phone real quick so I can call somebody, and I'll call you right back. And then give me a call and let me know my friend's having a crisis, or even text me. Why? I don't understand. Why is that such a big deal?
So again, because I put somebody else's needs first, because they were having a crisis, because I put that first, you have a problem.
Let me know. That's what I'm having a problem with, is understanding why it would hurt to let me know.
And I'm having a problem with understanding why you are so astronomically, massively selfish. You are extremely selfish. You are extremely selfish and controlling and possessive. And frankly, mean. This is mean behavior. Because if I called her and I needed her, I wouldn't want her boyfriend texting her every 5 seconds. Whoa, where are you? Oh, so you can't call me? Whoa. I wouldn't want her to have to deal with that. And it's like you literally. I don't even know, Lorne. You're just extremely selfish and possessive.
I'm not. If one of those times with you is selfish, then I am selfish.
No. But it's not about a little bit of time with you, because you and I did talk today. We did, and we talked for 5 hours on Friday.
20 minutes, and really didn't need to talk because you were looking stuff up on the internet.
Oh, so the time that we talked on the phone wasn't valuable time. Lorne, it was all windy where you were, and I couldn't even hear you.
I couldn't even help that, and it wasn't that windy. It was breezy, but I can't help it with the headset, how much it comes over the headset. I tried to help it. I tried to do what I could do, but I still had to move around and do what I went up there to do.
Okay, Lorne, but what I'm saying to you is that this is how you act on one day when you didn't come first. And this is selfish and disappointing.
It's disappointing that you couldn't text me and let me know. My friend's having a crisis. I'll call you when I can get to call you.
Lorne, this is going to shock you, right? This is really going to surprise you, what I'm about to say. My friend was having a crisis, and I was working at the same time. I was not thinking about you. I was thinking about helping my friend and doing my job because I've been away. And you were not on the forefront of my mind. I am not obsessed with you, Lorne.
You had been away so long, you were on my mind.
Okay, that's fine.
You was on my mind.
That's fine. But what I'm saying, Lorne...
That's not obsessive. That's me missing you.
Okay. You are so selfish. I can't even comprehend it, Lorne. I really can't. It's all about you, and it's all what you want. That's it. That's the only thing that matters, is what you want. It doesn't matter that my friend had a crisis. You don't give a shit about her. And the fact is that I do. You might not have ever met her. Heck, you've never even met me. But the fact is that me, someone who you claim to love, I don't know if you know what that word means, has a good friend who needed her. And she was there for her friend. Now, Lorne doesn't care about the crisis. Lorne just cares about the fact that it inconvenienced him, that he didn't get to talk to me today. That's all Lorne cares about. He didn't care. He didn't care that another really good human being had a problem. He just cares that it affected him. And we both know that that's true.
Well, you're right.
I know I'm right. And also,
I'm done with you. But part of me was also thinking about the past.
And I'm thinking, like, what does
nervous?
Yeah, and I know it's you. And I'm thinking now. What do I? Because Ramona, I have to be selfish sometimes. I'm thinking, what do I get out of a relationship with a person like this?
Get somebody that loves you more than anybody ever could. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to promise.
And how are you showing this love, Lorne? How are you showing this love? Name one way. Name one way that you're showing this love.
I've asked you before, and I'm asking you again. It's not a big deal. Send me a message and let me know so that I don't...
Again, I asked you a question. How are you showing this love? Lord, how are you showing this love? I'm almost half your age, and you're asking me to wait until you can get yourself together. But this is what you're saying. I'm almost half your age. You're asking me to wait until you can get yourself together. And I'm asking you what I get out of it, and you're telling me something that is absolutely absolutely not true, saying that you can love me more than anyone else ever could.
Do you think it's absolutely not true that I can love you more than anybody else could?
No, Lorne, no, because of what you've shown me. Lorne, I have friends who show me better treatment than this. People who don't go around saying that they love me, who show me better treatment than this. Girlfriends who treat me better than this, Lorne. Girlfriends who don't claim that they want to spend the rest of my life or the rest of their life with me, because they don't, because they're just my girlfriends, who treat me better than this, Lorne. So, I mean, how do you...
Why is it such an issue for you to send me a message to let me know what's going on so that I can...
And here we go again. And Lorne, it's not about sending you a message. I have told you I was not looking at my phone. I was not looking at my phone today. I was focused on what I needed to handle, which was a friend who needed me and my job. That was what I was focused on. And had I said, probably not, we won't talk again today, or maybe I don't know, or I don't know, I would have gotten a flood of text messages and a lot of crap to deal with. And how do I know? Because that is what's happened every single solitary time that I have sent a message like that. When something's come up.
Are you sitting out in the car right now just to talk to me?
Lorne, I'm not doing that to flatter you. I'm doing that because I have people in my life who would be able to hear me, and I don't want them to hear that I'm having a conversation like this. I don't want them to hear that I'm having a conversation with someone who claims that they love me, but acts like this. I don't want them to know. I would be embarrassed for people who know me to know that I have conversations like this.
I'd rather us have the conversation tomorrow and you go up and do that.
No, see, the conversation's not going to happen tomorrow. This conversation's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen right now. Because what happened today is absolutely ridiculous.
It is. I know it is.
Then why do you keep...
I'm not just talking about me doing that shit and being selfish. I'm talking, it was ridiculous for you not to send me a message and tell me that you were dealing with the crisis with a friend, and you would call me when you get to call me or message me when you get the message.
And see, here we go.
That was just as ridiculous as me acting selfish.
I was not acting selfish. In fact, I was acting selfless because I was helping someone. And that's what friends do.
And you knew that I wanted to spend time with you today.
And here we go.
I told you I was on. I even asked you if you're going to call me again today. But even though you didn't look at your phone the whole rest of the time, you still saw that message.
And see, here we go. We're circling back into your selfishness. We're circling right.
Yeah, because you keep circling back to everything I've done wrong.
I'm not
get away from everything I've done wrong. Even what I'm trying to do to act better, you're still finding something wrong with me.
How are you trying to act better when you act like this, Lorne? How? How are you?
You've never gone 8 hours talking to somebody else on the phone without letting me know whether or not you're going to call me. But you've never gone 8 hours talking on the phone without calling me right after.
First of all, that's not...
It's something I'm not used to when it happens. Yeah, it's out of the ordinary for me.
First of all,
I think back to when I'm married to James and how she let me off for 2 years. Just for me to find out her name was even Amanda James and all this other crap that she had slept with somebody else. So yeah, that shit still affects me today. I can't help it. I try, but it's hard for me to help that shit.
You don't try, Lorne. You don't, because if you tried...
I don't try.
Lorne, if you tried, I would not have a phone full of messages proving that you don't try.
I do try.
Lorne,
I'm telling you, I am trying so hard to not do the stuff. But there's no reason for you not to send me a message and let me know this stuff.
Lorne,
it completely avoided me for that long. That was ridiculous.
Lorne, this is your controlling behavior. This is your controlling behavior coming out. You're
it's being not my controlling behavior.
But it is. You're being controlling, you're being selfish, and you're being mean. That's what you're doing.
I'm not being mean. I am in no way trying to be mean.
You're not trying, which makes it even worse. You're not trying.
You a long time ago.
You're being
you a long time ago. It would have been different.
No, it wouldn't have. But the second of all...
Yeah, it would have, because it would have actually had somebody that was honest. Instead of somebody that was fucking around my life for 2 goddamn years.
This is insane.
It is insane. I know it is.
And it's selfish.
I was selfish today, yes. At least I will admit it. But I'm not going to tell you that I'm not pissed off that you wouldn't even let me know that you completely avoided me. That shit's going to make me mad because I've been missing you so fucking bad, looking so much forward to spending time with you today. You called me this morning, I was so fucking happy.
Again, Lorne, this is all about you. What you want, what you felt, how you think, what you thought.
I thought you were just as fucking happy to talk to me too.
Lorne, it's all about you. All about you. Nothing about anybody else but you. This is, I mean, how a person can be this selfish, I don't know. I really don't know why you...
I don't find it all that selfish when I want to spend time with the person I'm in love with.
Lorne, this is where I go back to...
If it is selfish, it's more flattering than anything.
No, it's not flattering. I am not flattered. Lorne, I am not flattered in the least. I'm not
flattered that you didn't send me a message either.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. Lorne, your behavior does not flatter me, not one tiny iota. Not one tiny iota. Your behavior today and as selfish as you are, does not flatter me in the least little bit. Seriously, I am more flattered by the bird who just shit on my window than I am by your behavior, and that is honest to goodness truth. This is not flattering. This is controlling. This is me not being able to do what I need to do and what I want to do without having some kind of backlash from you because what I did wasn't what you wanted me to do. This is not flattering.
What do you want me to say? That I'm such an asshole? I'm pathetic? I'm not going to say that because I know I'm not. I might be selfish in some ways. There's so many other ways, but I'm not selfish.
Okay.
I can't help that you don't treat me.
Okay, Lorne. Name a way that you're not selfish. Name a way that you've treated me that's selfless. Name one way that you've treated me that's selfless.
Oh, here we go. And no, you can name something again because you can't see it all. See it for yourself.
No, hey, show me, guide me to it. Show me one way, just one way that you have treated me that is not selfless. That is not selfish, that is selfless. Name one selfless thing that you have done for me or because of me or anything like that. One selfless thing, just one.
I don't put anybody else before you and Mom.
In what way? Because I do remember you did send nudes and you did schedule sex with someone online. So in what way are you not in what way were you putting me
first? How far back are we gonna bring my mishaps? No, that's not today.
So today you're being okay. So today.
Okay, so 10 years down the road from now, you're still gonna bring this up?
More 10 years down the road from now, I honestly don't know if I'll still be talking to you, and that's just the truth. Because this is unhealthy. This is very toxic.
It's unhealthy, but it's unhealthy when two people can't. For a while, they can. But just one person decides that they don't want to send messages because the other one's acting selfish because he misses her.
Lorne.
Everything is blamed on me. You know what I'm saying?
No. Everything is not blamed on you, Lorne, but I'm just asking for just one way in which you've treated me that is selfless, in just one way.
I never ignored you.
Lorne, you never ignore me because you always want to talk to me.
You asked me for one thing, I gave it to you.
But that's not selfless. That's not selfless.
Are you going to find something wrong with it?
Lorne, it's not finding anything wrong with it. It's not finding anything wrong with it. I'll give you an example, okay? When I hurt my knee, my brother took off to take me to the doctor. That was selfless.
How do you expect me to do that?
I don't expect you to do that.
In any way, that is an in-person thing.
We're
not in person yet.
I didn't ask you to do that. I was just giving you an example.
Okay, well, we haven't had the chance for me to be able to do stuff like that yet. That's not even fair to bring something like that up.
In fact,
it's not fair to me at all.
No, first of all, it's not. I'm just giving you an example of something selfless. And what was I saying? He did something for me.
Well, I'd do anything for you. Yeah, if we're able to be in person, I'd bend over and kiss your feet.
Lorne, but see, all these are just words because there's no action.
We're not in person yet, and I can't show you.
Lorne,
so you can't hold that against me. It's not fair to me.
Lorne, I'll give you the perfect example of something selfless that you could have done, but you never thought to do. I'll give you the perfect example of something that would be selfless that you could have done, but it didn't even cross your mind. When I told you 20, 30 minutes ago that a friend of mine had a crisis, the selfless thing to do would have been to drop your anger, say, I'm really sorry, what happened, if you don't mind telling me. And at that point, I might have told you. And then for you to say, oh, you know,
you would have been all over my ass again, though.
No.
You've been telling me, you've been acting like this the whole time. You don't see how you act like an asshole, selfish, controlling. You've been all over my ass again, no matter what I did.
Lorne, first of all, I would have been so shocked and blown away that you did something selfless, that they would have had to revive me, and I wouldn't have even remembered the text messages. But that is something selfless that never even crossed your mind. It never even crossed your mind to say, I'm so sorry that your friend is having a problem. If you don't mind, I'm just curious, what is it? And then I would have told you, and then you could have given me any feedback. That would have been selfless. But that didn't even cross your mind because you are selfish, and that's not the type of person you are is not the type of person to think, oh, someone else is having a problem. Well, let me ask them if there's any way I can help, if there's anything. No, that wouldn't have crossed your mind because all you cared about was that you didn't get what you wanted, which was to talk to someone on the phone. That's all you cared about.
I am trying to do everything that I can do. So you know everything about what's going on with me. I even like to talk to my mom, the other fucking people. I try to include you in on everything with me.
Well, and that's not selfish. That's me being the only person that you have to talk to.
No, you're not the only person I have to talk to. You're the only person that I want that involved in my life.
Okay, so how is that? Again, that's something that you want. You want me involved in your life. By selfless, I mean, let me tell you what the word selfless means. It means doing something.
Oh, come on.
Then what does it mean?
You're making it sound like I'm selfish. That's to get something that I want. I wanted something that we can have together.
Lord, but what I wanted today was to help somebody. That's what I wanted today. So whereas today, maybe I wanted to talk to my Nana because I haven't really talked to her since I've been away. I talked to her briefly a couple of times, but I really haven't had an in-depth conversation. So whereas today, I might have wanted to do that. Whereas today, I had a couple other things that I wanted to do. I put what I wanted aside to help someone else. I put the conversations with Nana that I wanted aside to help my friend. I put the lunch that I wanted to get for myself aside to help my friend. I wanted to do some straightening of my car. I put that aside to help my friend. That is what selfless is. I put her before I put myself because she needed me. That's what selfless is, Lorne. And it's a trait that I have never seen in you.
Never been in person with me, though.
But see, I don't have to be in person to see that trait, Lorne. I just gave you a perfect example of how you could have demonstrated selflessness today. Just today. And
I do it all the time with Mom. I'm selfish all the time with Mom.
Okay, I'm not your mom. Your mom gives you... Okay, your mom gives you money.
You're not in person yet either. I don't really have a fair shot to show you this stuff.
No, but it's not about... You don't have to be in person to show me anything. Because I have friends... Shoot, I even have friends who I've never even met before.
I know you think it should be easy for me to not think about what happened to me in the past. That shit is not easy for me to get by.
But see,
it's not easy to get past. I'm getting past it with you, and yes, it's taking a long time, and I've been a true one.
Lorne, you've used that as a crutch for I don't know how long.
I don't use it as a crutch.
But you do.
The bullshit haunts me all the time, what happened to me.
You use it as a crutch, and you use it as an excuse. You really do.
I mean, the bullshit I do.
You do.
Yes, I do, and you can tell that to the psychologist that I went and saw down there. You can tell that to Allie. You can tell that to the counselor. They're all telling me it's hard to get out of that, and I'm telling them, yeah, I know. And then with them being on my ass about talking to you, that shit was pissing me off, and I told Ellie that. It pisses me off when they say shit about me talking to Ramona, and Ramona's helping me get past this shit.
Ramona obviously isn't helping you, Lorne, because I asked you one way, just one, not 10, not 5. I asked you just one way in which you have changed, and asked you one thing that you do or have done differently. I have asked you just one.
Well,
And you've
I
never
said
been
it's hard for me to say it, but I can see them.
Yeah, you can see them. That's really nice that you can see them, but no one else can.
Well, it's not all that easy either.
That's like
it's not all that easy to explain this shit. It's not easy to explain.
It's not easy to give one way in which you change. You say there's numerous ones. You even told me there was hundreds one time.
Well, I don't remember saying hundreds.
You did, and yet you cannot even say just one. You can't say just one way. You said that you don't call me a bitch and a slut and a whore anymore, and that was your way.
I don't believe in anybody as much as I believe in you.
And I asked you how.
I never have.
And I asked you
tangibility. That's a huge thing for me.
I asked you for tangibility. That's not a way in which you've changed. That's a way in which you say that you think differently. And there's a difference.
Well, that's a big change because I haven't believed in anybody for a long time except the mom.
A way in which an example of a way in which you've changed would be to say, oh, I don't text you repeatedly over and over again when you don't message me or call me if you're busy. Or I don't get drunk anymore. You can't even say either of those. That would be a way in which you've changed, but you don't even have either of those at your disposal.
Sorry, I'm such a bad person.
And then you play the martyr card. Oh, I'm so bad.
What do you want me to say? Every time I try to find something good about myself, you're shooting it down. Why do you keep shooting it down?
Because I'm looking for it, and you're not showing it to me, Lorne.
Oh, my fucking word. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I am trying to get out of the fucking ways that I used to be. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's not easy for me. I'd be lying to you if I told you it was easy for me. So I'm trying my ass off. I won't tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that I understand why you didn't send me a message. I don't understand that.
And that's
maybe it is selfish. I don't mean to be selfish, but it's what I would do for you if I couldn't answer your call this hand, if I couldn't call you. Because that's the way that I am. It's not something I can help. It's just the way that I am. I think of things like that. You know, I don't like leaving people hanging, especially people that are closest to me in my life.
Lorne, it's not about you. It's not about leaving you hanging. It's not about me leaving you hanging. It's not about you leaving me hanging. It is about the fact that I was in a situation, and you and I both know this because we've been able to establish this. I was in a situation where nothing I would have said would have been good enough unless I had said, yes, I'll call you back, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to. So if I had said no, I would have, Texas girl is more important than me. If I had said maybe, or I don't know, Texas girl, when did she become so important? And she would have been in quotation marks.
No, stop right there. Because that right there, I'm going to give you an example. That right there is stuff that Amanda James used to do to me. That's why I have the reaction that I do on stuff like that. She was even told me that her messenger wasn't working. For 4 months, we emailed back and forth. Because her, quote unquote, her messenger wasn't working. When what she was doing was she was talking to this other guy that she slept with. That's why my reaction gets like that on stuff like that. And I can't help that, and I'm trying to.
Well, Lorne, if this is too
sad because I even had my nieces and nephew involved, and they would email back and forth with her.
If this is all too stressful for you, Lorne, then maybe it's time to move on.
No. What, are you telling me you want to move on?
What am I getting out of this?
You're getting a better person eventually.
Eventually.
I'm trying. What do you want me to say? I'm trying, and you know I'm trying.
How do I know
can't
that,
help
Lord?
the things from my past. I can't help them things. I'm trying to get rid of them.
Lord, how do I know
At least
that?
I'm concentrating on them now more than I ever did before.
Lord, how do I know that you're changing? I have
You see
asked,
it every day.
and I've asked you in what way? How do I see a change in you, Lorne?
You're probably the last. You actually are the last one that should be asking me that. When you can see everything, you see every day. You talk to me every day.
Okay, I
You
talk
see more than everybody else knows.
and yet I still am asking you, how are you different? Because I talk to you a shitload of time nowadays, and you and
because I'm wanting to believe in you just as much as you want to believe in me. I think you know that. I think that's one thing you can see that you're not saying.
what? What do I see that I'm not saying?
That we both want to believe in each other. We probably neither one of us ever had anything.
Lord, I don't need anybody to believe in me
thing.
because I make stuff happen. It's not about
trying to make things happen.
It's not about believing. It's about
I'm not
doing.
talking about money. Before you ever even get on the subject of money, I'm not talking about any kind of fucking money that I am bringing in or that I can bring in. I can send you pictures of money that I brought in. I was going through my shit this weekend, invoice after invoice, thousands and thousands of dollars.
First of all, Lorne, I didn't mention money, but that was what you mentioned. But
I know, but you mentioned before about this financial stuff. Financial crap of how much money you bring in.
Lorne, you
I
talk
don't
about.
want you to see me as money.
First of all, see, this is where you take things when, and you've said this before about other people. Oh, she just wanted him for his money. Oh, she's just a gold digger. Lorne, first of all, I've already told you I have more money than I need. Second of all,
I know.
Second of all,
because of what my family did to me.
Second of all, there is nothing in this world wrong with a woman wanting her man to have money, to have a career, and to have his shit together. There's nothing wrong in the world with any...
No, there isn't. But I don't want to be loved for money.
No,
I want to be
Lorne.
loved for me.
Lorne. First of all, anyone who's with you would not be with you for your money because you don't have any. And second of all, I mean, the fact of the matter is that there is nothing in the world wrong. And I would say that women who find that in men are not loving their men for their money, but they respect them because they have their stuff together. They respect them because they can pay their bills. They respect them because they know if something goes wrong with the car, he can fix it. He doesn't have an issue with it. It's not going to be a huge stress. He's not relying on his parents. He's not relying on anybody else except himself. He gets up. He goes to work. He does what he needs to do. He makes it happen. He brings home a paycheck. He saves a good portion of it. That is what women should be looking for, and that is respectable to find in a guy. So to say that women love men for money because they found a guy who brings in good money is very wrong.
Not in all women, Liz.
See, and here you see, so it's okay for you being 46 and not having a whole lot to offer to want a girl who looks like me, but it's not okay for me to say, okay, I want a man who brings in such and such a kind of money so that I know that he can take care of himself. I know that if, I have a knee injury or I don't feel like working or I have a baby or whatever reason. But see, you don't.
Yeah, I want to have money behind me, and I will have money behind me again.
You act like it's a bad thing, and that's what you say with the doctor. Oh, he's trying to buy you. Oh, you would just want him for his money.
Yeah, damn right I said that about the doctor. She told me that right up straight.
Yeah,
I asked him if he was trying to buy you. So yeah, you're fucking right. I said that about him.
And he said that to piss you off. But the thing is, though, is that here you go. You act like, and I can tell you, I can predict the future. I can predict the future. And if I did leave you and end up with the doctor, you would say, oh, she went after him for his money. That's what you would say. And you, first of all, you'd be totally wrong. But I think that's what you would say to make yourself feel better. I think that's what you would say to make yourself feel better. Almost as if I got with less of a person who just happens to have money. You'd say that. And you know you would. And you'd say it to make yourself feel better. Rather than saying, she went with a guy who has his shit together, who has his career, who has his finances in order, who doesn't get drunk and yell at her, who doesn't have vices, who doesn't have debt, who doesn't have people who hate him. Rather than saying that, you would say that she went after him for his money, or she went with him for his money. That's what you'd say.
You don't see what you're just doing at all, do you?
What do you mean?
Tell me exactly how good the doctor is compared to how rotten I am.
I was not comparing you to the doctor. I'm just saying that that's what you would say if that happened. You would try to slander my name and say that I went for a guy with money.
Oh, well, you thought the thing that I would say.
Because you.
Because I don't know what.
Because for some reason you think that women should want to be with broke guys. You think that women should want to be worried that their husbands and boyfriends can't afford to pay this bill or can't afford to pay that bill. That's how low you think of women. You don't think that women should go to bed. No, that is how low you think of women. You don't think that women.
I put women long more by a pedestal than I ever did men.
I don't think. I'm not saying that.
Being raised by my mom, you're fucking right, I did.
As I said, I'm not saying that you put men on a pedestal above women, but I'm just saying that when a woman does well and she has a guy who has money, you look down on her. Oh, she just wanted him for her money. You said that about.
I don't.
You do. You said that about the people who moved to Virginia Beach. You said that about the babysitter or the babysitter.
Yeah, I said it about her.
Yeah, because she
was after his money.
But you would say that about any woman. Like I said, you would say that about me. You would say that about me.
No, I wouldn't.
You would say that about me. You have to know that.
Why are you telling me what I would say?
Because you've said stuff like that before. Oh, you just want
that I know.
You've said that about me before. You have said, oh, you want the doctor. You did. You said, oh, you want the doctor because he has money. That's what you said.
I don't believe that. I don't remember saying that. I don't believe I said that.
But I'm telling you that you said that.
Oh, I don't know when you're going to start saying positive things about me instead of pointing out so many negative things.
Lorne, give me positive things to say about you.
There are no positive things to say about me.
Lorne, I've said before that you're funny. I've said that many times.
I got more for me is I'm funny.
I've said positive things about you many times, Lorne.
Point out more negative things than you do positive things.
Lorne, that's because
my counselor is telling me to think more positive things about me. How can I do that when I got people pointing out so many negative things about me?
Okay, Lorne. First of all, what are the positive things about you? No, I'm not going to say that because you're going to say I'm rebutting them. But what I'm saying is that you can't say that you can't present me with a whole bunch of negatives and then say, well, what about the positives? Warren, you're presenting me with a whole bunch of negatives.
Want to care more about you than anybody in the world, so I don't see anything is negative about that.
You what?
Wanting to care about you more than I do anyone else in the world, so I don't see there's anything negative about that.
But Lorne, you're not showing me that you care.
You're not showing me that you care.
Lorne.
Leave me hanging all the time. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Lorne.
I explained to you why it wouldn't, so I don't need to explain it again. It does not make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't. But what I'm saying...
I don't think it's much to ask. I know it's not much to ask.
Lorne, I did not leave you hanging today. I would have, had I responded to your messages, I would have gotten hell for it. Had I said, am I going to call you back? Because I didn't know the answer to that. That's thing one. Thing two, you, as I said a minute ago, you present me with all these negatives, and then you say, well, what about some positives?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what I do. You always bring it back to before.
Before, Lorne.
Before was a month ago. You can't see the things that I've changed with.
Lorne, before.
That was how bad I was before.
Lorne, before was a month ago. Before was 2 months ago.
So we can't let go of that and then concentrate on me changing this stuff?
Concentrate on the things that you've done today.
It's easier for me to change it when you keep bringing it up.
Lorne, you're not changing it, and I'm not bringing it up until things happen. It's just like before. That shows that there have been no changes in your behavior or your personality. And I'll be honest with you, and this is really, really sad. It might be kind of funny, but it's really sad. The most selfless thing that you've ever done was show me your butthole picture or video, the video of your butthole. Because I asked you jokingly to see if you would do it, and you didn't want to, but you did it. That's the most selfless thing that you did. So there, I thought of it for you.
It's not, I don't call that selfless.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that is the most selfless thing that you've done, because I had asked you, I said, well, Lorne, the only thing that is not all over the internet of you is your butthole. So send me a picture or video of that. And you didn't want to, but you did. That was the most selfless thing. And that's really sad.
It is sad. I don't think I know it's the selfless thing I've ever did.
But then name it.
You name it. You're with me every day. You know
I just named it, Lorne. But Lorne, you are the person who's saying that you have changed. I have asked you one example. Let me give you a comparison, okay?
You don't need to, because every time I tell you something, you go right back.
No, I'm going to give you not a comparison. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. Okay? If you hired me as your personal trainer, and I said, and you weren't following my program, you weren't following my nutrition advice, and I said, Lorne, you have not changed at all. Like, you're not following the program. You've not changed at all. And you came back and said, I feel like I've changed. And I said, well, Lorne, you haven't lost weight. You haven't toned up. You're not eating any of the stuff that I've told you to eat. How have you changed? If you said to me, well, I don't crave junk food anymore. I eat it, but I don't crave it. I would say, okay, you're not giving me anything tangible. You're telling me a feeling, but you're not saying, I walk every day. You're not saying, I lift weights 3 times a day. You're not saying, I eat broccoli and I've cut out animal protein. You're not saying anything that you've done, anything that's tangible, and that's why I'm asking you.
I didn't call you when you're on vacation, did I? Didn't bug you at all when you're on vacation.
Okay, that I will give you. I will give you that you did not do that. And here's the thing that's sad about it is that I shouldn't have had to say that. Yeah, I did it. I had to say that because you got drunk the day before I went, and so I mean it was sad that I had to say that, but you know I ended up having to say that. So I will give you that you didn't call me. But then when I got back, you gave me hell about the fact that I talked to Texas girl. Well, no, I did give you that. I did give you that. You did not text me or call me while I was away on vacation, and that goes to your credit. But what you did do was you did call me, or you did Yeah, you got mad because I texted her a couple times. You know what, though? I texted Texas girl a couple times while I was away, and I'll tell you exactly how many times I did. I'll tell you. I have no problem. Let's see. When did I leave? I left, what, the 28th? Okay, yep, I left the 28th.
I miss you.
I left the 28th. We texted some on the 28th. I sent her a few pictures. We texted on the 29th. We texted on the 30th. We texted on the 31st, and we texted on June 2nd.
Wow. Let's see.
So it looks like we texted every day except I think Thursday the 1st.
And she had that for 8 hours today.
And you know what? You know why I texted
something wrong with me, yeah.
You know why I texted her those days? I'm going to tell you.
Do you know how sad that just sounded?
That she and I texted. You know why I texted her?
All those days when you were gone, you texted her every day, all those days in a row. And
you know what?
She still had to have you for 8 hours today.
Come on, let me say
9 days in a row. You didn't even send me a text to say I'm having a good time.
You know why she and I texted those days? Because
I don't see that I'm so bad off here. I don't see that I'm such a bad person.
Let me finish, Lorne.
Not after that.
Let me finish. She and I texted those days. The reason why is because the day before I left, she didn't get drunk and harass me. You did that. You caused me to not to tell you called and not only did you get drunk the day before and harass me, you got drunk the next day and harassed me.
Justify today after what you just told me.
No, I'm not trying to justify anything. No, I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm telling you, she and I texted because
I miss you, and I want to spend time with you. And instead of spend 8 hours today with a girl that you've been texting for 4 or 5 days in a row while you were gone, I never even got a hi. How do you do?
Yep.
I'm
you know what?
Time.
As I was saying,
like I'm so fucking wrong about today. Bullshit.
As I was saying, she and I texted those days because she didn't get drunk and harass me. She didn't get drunk and harass me.
She got you fucking 8 hours today.
Yeah,
she had you 4 or 5 days in a row while you're on fucking vacation.
Yep, she and I.
How fucking wrong I am about today.
You are.
That's bullshit.
You are.
Bullshit.
Oh, well.
That's fucking bullshit, Ramona, and you know it is. You know how bad that fucking sounded when you listed off all them fucking days that you texted with her, and she still had you for 8 fucking hours today. You know how bad it sounds. I heard it in your voice when you were saying the fucking days. And you're naming them days off.
I am proud that I talked to her. You know why?
Because 8 hours there. That's good.
Because she knows how to act. Because she did not harass me.
She give a shit about me.
She did not.
I give a fucking hard time here. Don't fucking mad about fucking Texas girl. She's got to have her fucking 8 hours, my girlfriend. I can't have about fucking 20 minutes. And it's all right that she's in the fucking crisis. It doesn't matter that I'm having a fucked up life right now. Thank you for thinking about me. That's selfish.
First of all, she did nothing to contribute to the crisis that she's having today. Second of all, the reason why I texted her, as I was saying, the reason why I texted her is because she did not get drunk the day before I left, and she did not harass me. She did not harass me Friday or Saturday.
But she didn't harass me. In Texas, you still have to have you for 8 hours.
You got drunk and you harassed me.
Where I'm fucking located at, doesn't it?
Okay, well, I guess this is really going to set you over the top because I have another friend who I text with, and me and this friend texted Sunday the day I left. No, I left Saturday. So we texted May 28th, 29th, 31st, and June 1st.
He got you for 8 hours tomorrow?
Huh?
Does he have you for 8 hours tomorrow?
Does who have me for 8 hours tomorrow?
So this other friend that you texted. 4 days.
What do you mean does she have me for 8 hours tomorrow?
Yeah. Texas girl gonna text you for fucking 4 or 5 days on vacation. She said you have to have you for 8 hours today.
Lorne, the week that I left...
You know how bad that sounded when you said it, because I heard it in your voice when you're reading it.
No, I knew how... No, Lorne, the week that I left, you and I talked on the phone for about 40 hours.
That's you said the third one. The third day that you mentioned that you texted. That's when you stopped and you hesitated.
No,
I was... how bad that sounded.
Lorne, I was scrolling through the messages. I was not stopping. I was scrolling to see...
You know how bad it sounds.
No, it does not sound bad. You know why, Lorne? Because I'm a 24-year-old... Lorne, I'm a 24-year-old. I pay for my cell phone, and I will text and talk to whomever I want on it. That's
obvious you don't want to talk to me.
Because I am really at my wit's end and getting sick of dealing with a selfless, evil, selfish...
Yeah.
controlling person.
Yeah. I'm so fucking bad.
Well, look at how you just talked to me, because I have a friend who I texted with.
Well, look at what you just said to me.
What did I text you?
5 days on your vacation, you texted her that she still had to have you for 8 hours today because she supposedly had a crisis.
Supposedly had a crisis.
You talked to him for 9 days when you're on your vacation. Talking 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours on Friday. Couldn't have fucking 20 minutes with him today. When you know your boyfriend's going through a fucking hard time.
Supposedly had a crisis, and Lorne, you have caused your hard time. You have done stuff to cause your hard time, and it's catching up with you.
I'm such a bad person.
Lorne, you're a person who chooses not to change your behavior. You have caused your hard time. And things, and like I said before, things are catching up with you. And I don't know if you stopped the bleeding, but things literally caught up to you all at once. She did not do that. She didn't do any of those things. She didn't do anything to cause her crisis that she had today. And you said supposedly had a crisis? Really? Really, Lorne? Really? Really? You are insanely selfish.
Yeah, I am. Maybe
you are insanely controlling.
I'm going to tell you that I don't fucking love you and that I don't want time with you.
No, but you're not showing love. This behavior is not love. This behavior is unhealthy.
It doesn't sound to me like Texas girl is all that fucking selfless.
How is she not? How is she selfish? How is she not selfless?
She had you for 8 hours today, and I couldn't even have you. I had you fucking 20 minutes.
How does that make her not selfless?
She doesn't even know about me. So I guess she's not selfless.
What does she need to know about you? What does she need to know about you? That you cursed me out for helping her? What does she need to know about you for?
Name off the bad shit again.
I'm asking you, what does she need to know about you for? She doesn't even need to know that you exist. Why does she need to know about you?
That's what I'm saying. She don't know that I even exist. So she's not going to know that I wanted to spend time with you.
Either way. And the fact that she does not need to know that someone that someone said, quote, supposedly had a crisis about her. She doesn't need to know that. She doesn't need to know that somebody's whined for an hour and a half because she got attention, because Texas girl got attention that they didn't get. She doesn't need to know that. That's not going to enrich her life in one day.
It's not her that I'm mad at about it. It's you.
Okay.
4 or 5 days, you texted her and you said took 8 hours today. Spend with her when I got 20 minutes.
Yep. And you know
just
what?
Just because I might have put myself in this fucking position doesn't mean that I don't want my girlfriend to be there with me, spend a little time with me, especially when I haven't had that much time in a week and a half.
First of all, Lorne, she and I texted, and I'll go back to this because you don't get it. She and I texted, and I talked to her because she was not harassing me the night before and the day that I left. You were. She didn't get drunk and not know how to act. You did. That was not her behavior. Had she gotten drunk and cursed me out like you did the night before, had she done that, I'd have said, hey, don't message me while I'm away. Or I'd have said, hey, well, actually, I would have been blown away because that's not her behavior. But had she done something like that, I'd have said, hey, don't message me for a few days. But that's not her behavior. She didn't do that. So to me, she had the right to message me. To me, she had the right to talk to me. You didn't. You lost that right when you got drunk and you messaged me all night and you called me all night. That's when you lost the right to do that. Because I'm sorry, not the right, the privilege. Because talking to me on the phone and calling me and texting me is a privilege. And you can lose that privilege if you don't know how to act and if you abuse it. And you have abused that privilege numerous times. And I have even had to put restraints up telling you that you can't call me at all hours of the night, but you did. You violated that numerous times. Having my phone number and texting me and messaging with me and calling me, that is a privilege. And if you abuse it by getting drunk and acting the way that you do, then you lose that privilege. And she has never lost that privilege. Therefore, she can call me when she wants. She can message me when she wants. She can call me before 8 o'clock because she's not going to call me at 4 a.m. She can call me at 11 o'clock because I know she's not going to call me at 2 a.m. She can send me a message at 10:30 at night because I know that she's not going to get drunk and repeatedly send me messages. And see, and that's something that you choose not to understand. You think that you can just message me whatever you want. You can talk to me any kind of way. You can treat me however you want, and I just have to sit there and just take it. And you're wrong. Because when you do that, that's when restraints come up. And when you do that, that's when repercussions happen. Because I'm not going to have somebody harassing me. And that's what you did the night before I left and the day that I left.
No, that I can just do it to you anytime. I don't want to act that way.
But you do act that way, so it doesn't matter what you want. I mean, you've said that a lot of times. I don't want such and such a thing, but yet you still do.
But I also don't want to be treated like nothing either.
I know.
That's what I feel like when you do that shit.
Yeah,
you
no.
Send me a message to let me know. I don't think I'm asking too much before that. I don't understand why you can't understand why I'm asking you to send me a message if you can't call me.
Lorne.
I don't understand why that is such an issue. Instead of leaving me hanging.
I was dealing with other things today that did not involve you. You are not at the forefront of my mind to be messaging.
I haven't been for the last week and a half except for Friday. I
was away. And you lost that privilege, Lorne. When are you going to take responsibility? Because I would have been happy to message with you.
I told you I know what I did was wrong.
No, but see, you then said that it wasn't. So the fact of the matter is
No, I didn't say that it wasn't. What I did was wrong. I knew it was. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't mean to.
I know you didn't want to do anything that you've done that's wrong, but
I still have a kidney stone, okay? I still have a kidney stone. I'm not getting drunk because I'm not dealing with the pain for it. I'm not taking anything for it. I don't get rid of pain.
Okay, as I said, you say that you understand what you did wrong on Friday by getting drunk and harassing me, but yet you're saying, well, Texas girl got to call you. Well, Texas girl got to message you, and she got to message you all while you were away. You know why she did? Because she didn't get drunk. Because she didn't act the way that you did. Because she didn't harass me. That's why she got to. And when I paused, when I was reading the dates, it was because I was scrolling through our messages because we had quite a few that day.
So I was hurt that you texted me that many times and you wouldn't even text me to come and have a good time.
Because when you acted that way, I wanted nothing to do with you for that week. When you got drunk and acted that way, I was going to go on my trip, have fun, do what I wanted, and I was not going to have communication with you that week because you decided that you didn't know how to act. And the thing is that you got drunk the night before I left. You got drunk because it was not about you. Because Ramona was packing, Ramona was saying bye-bye to friends and hello to friends, and she was going to be away, and she was going to have fun, and Ramona was not thinking about Lorne. Ramona was thinking about Ramona and the trip that she was going on and the things that she was going to do, and Lorne was not at the forefront of her mind, so Lorne lashed out, and that is another selfish example.
See, now, I'm happy that you think that, but what the problem was I went down the store because my kidney stones were hurting so bad. And I got those 3 little bottles of whiskey. I came back and I took them and I fell asleep for a little bit. Then I woke up. That's when I started my shit again, my retarded shit. I didn't even realize what the hell I was doing.
Okay, so it all goes back to Lorne was drunk, and this is how Lorne acted when he was drunk. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how many bottles of whiskey or anything like that. The fact of the matter is that Lorne was drunk, and Lorne acted a certain way. This same person who says, I'll never get drunk again. He couldn't pop in a leave. He couldn't do any of this stuff.
I didn't have any leave. I didn't have money. Enough money to buy any ass at the time.
You had enough money to buy. You had enough money to buy whiskey, and you can
get. It cost 99 cents.
And as I was going to say, you can get like 2 tablets of Aleve for $1.
They don't sell them like that down there, and it's a convenience store. Circle K, it's a convenience store.
And every convenience store in this country sells over-the-counter little travel-sized packets of Tylenol, aspirin, Aleve. Motrin, Motrin and ibuprofen. What?
The Cane and Superette does, but they don't have the Circle K.
I find that very hard.
Cost too much.
Okay, but you got drunk. And Lorne, let's not pretend like you did it for heroic reasons. You did what you wanted to do.
Oh God. I did it. It's regardless. I would go.
I know that. We've been able to establish that from the messages you sent me. But the problem is, and I think you're drunk right now.
I'm glad you think that, but I'm not.
This is exactly how you act.
I haven't had a beer for over a week.
Oh, over a week, so you have had beer.
No, since that night that you left. Or since that night
you said you had whiskey, but you've had beer.
That night, no, whiskey.
You have 40
Of course I had, I said beer, because I never drink whiskey. It's the fourth tablet, I said beer.
You said you haven't had beer for a week, so I mean, come on, Lorne.
Jesus, come on.
Lorne.
Stop doing that. Yeah, I slip up to dick. That's all I ever drink.
Lorne.
I never drink whiskey. I drank whiskey that night. I meant to say whiskey, but it was beer.
As I was saying, but see, here's the problem, though. The problem is Lorne gets drunk, Lorne acts out, there's repercussions, and then not only does Lorne not accept the repercussions, but he gets mad at other people or gets mad at me about other people because they don't have those repercussions, too. There were several friends of mine who messaged me while I was away. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my parents. So 5 people messaged me while I was away, and my parents. But here's the thing. They all have something in common, Lorne. None of them got drunk and acted the way that you did. Now, I know that you're drinking, and I will say 3 nice things to you if you admit that you drank today. 3 nice things about you. If you just admit it. Tell the truth. Because I know you did.
What?
I know you drank today. I know that you did.
Really?
Yeah.
I did. I drank coffee.
No, I know, Lorne. I know you consumed alcohol today.
Listen to you. I am trying to tell you, I'll say that I did not drink today, and you're telling me that I did. I'm telling you I did not drink today. I drink coffee all day. That's what I've been drinking all day long.
Well, I hope you didn't drink today, Lorne, but the fact of the matter is that all the messages that I received are typical behavior of you being drunk. The fact that you said that and you're not drunk kind of makes it worse because you don't have that excuse for it, not that it's a good excuse, but you don't have that to fall back on.
Oh, I'm just confused.
You what?
Confused. Is it upset and confused? I can't explain it to you. Any way that I explain it to you, you're gonna try to shoot me down on something bad. I can't explain it to you other than what it is. I get confused, and it's all because of what happened to me in the past. I'm trying hard to change it. When new things happen, and it's hard for me to adjust to it.
Lorne, I think you did drink today. I really do.
Well, I think I did, but I didn't.
There's no other scenario in which you would act. What?
Listen to me. I am telling you out straight. I did not drink today.
Lorne, but you've lied to me many times before, so I mean, I don't know if that's believable. But the fact of the matter is whether or not you drank today is not the issue. The issue is the selfish behavior is a pattern. And the fact that you're not drunk and you're displaying selfish behavior is a problem. I mean, it'd be a problem if you were drunk, but it's just a different kind of problem.
I don't see any problem with missing my girlfriend and wanting to spend some time with her. Yeah, maybe it is selfish.
No, see, there's no problem with that, but the behavior that you exhibited today is the problem.
Yeah, but you don't see the behavior that you did for leaving me hanging and not telling me something.
I did not leave.
It's not the first time you did it. You do it all the time like that.
I did not leave you hanging, Lorne. You are not
in all the time.
Lorne. Well, then if I do it all the time and you don't message me like this, then why did I get it today?
Because I miss you and I was going to spend the whole friggin' weekend looking so much forward to today. I didn't marry. I didn't get you today.
Lorne, you had...
For Christ's sake. What do you want me to say?
Lorne, you had...
because I miss my girlfriend and selfish because I want to spend time with her. Yes, I am.
Lorne, you had 5 hours on Friday. Mm-hmm. You act as though we've gone like years and years without speaking.
How much time did I have with you before Friday?
Lorne, that was your doing. And I don't think that you understand that. I think that you either don't understand that or you're purposely trying not to see that. That was your doing. I would have.
I understand that was my doing.
So then you have no right to ask me anything about it. Then you have no right to ask me anything about it. Because since that was your doing, that was your choice. You chose to act.
It's not like you were even. It's not like you would have been excited to spend time with me today, too, because we didn't have much time together.
As I was saying, you chose to act in such a way that made me say, you can't message me or call me while I'm away. You did that. And then you continued. So this is what happened because I have the messages. This is what happened. You harassed me. You got drunk on Friday. You harassed me. The next day, you continued to harass me. The next morning, I'm there trying to finish up some paperwork for my job. You are continually harassing me while I'm doing that. I said to you at that moment, I said, Lorne, I said, because of the way that you're acting, I said, do not message me when I'm away. I will message you. Do not call me when you're away or when I'm away. I will message you. I will message you first. Then what? You continued bullying and harassing me. And I said, Lorne, you know what? Since this is the way that you're acting and you're being this selfish because I'm going away, I said, Lorne, don't even message me. Don't even call me. I'm not going to call you until I get back. I'm not going to message you until I get back. I said, just leave me alone this week. That was your doing. And then you had the nerve to say, well, you messaged with Texas girl. You messaged with another person while you were away. That's because they know how to act. That's because they didn't get drunk and harass me. That's because they didn't treat me like shit the day and the day before and the day of my trip. That's why. And so for you to sit here and say, well, I missed you all week and I didn't have you all week. How much time did we have the week that you were away? That's your doing, 100%.
I'm not going to tell you I was wrong. I was wrong. I was even wrong to get mad about text a girl and anyone else. Not messaging me. I'm wrong to be mad about that.
You are. You have no right.
I don't want to act like an asshole.
You have no right to be mad about Texas girl messaging me and me messaging her while I was away. You have no right and no reason to be angry because she messaged me while I was away because she earned that privilege by becoming my friend. And then she maintained that privilege by being a decent person. She maintained that privilege by not abusing it. She maintained that privilege by respecting it and by respecting me. That's how she's maintained and kept that privilege of messaging me and of talking to me while I'm away and any time she wants. When we met,
I got mad. I'm sorry for that. You upset that?
But Lorne, the problem is
you just asked me what time I'm trying to tell you.
Hello?
Sorry for being upset about messaging back and forth with Texas girl while you're on vacation and you didn't message me. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I get mad for that. Sorry I get mad today. There's no hurt than anything. I know it was selfish, but I missed you. I was very much looking forward to today all weekend. And yeah, it was selfish, and I'm sorry for that. I'll tell you, I'm going to be perfect guy, so I've got issues I'm trying to fix. You already know that. And I am trying to fix them. I love you, Ramona, and sometimes it scares me. Sometimes it scares me because what happened to me before with the Amanda James and Apollo. They're trying to get rid of that shit, and it's hard to get rid of it.
I'm going to be on the call soon. You want to come in here?
Well, just said sounds really nice, and it sounds like what I think that you think that I want to hear, and
I hope that's not why you think I just said it. That had nothing to do with the reason I just said it. Had to do with trying to get you to understand what's going on in my head. And no, I haven't been drinking today at all, except for coffee. And a glass of water earlier.